Hello everyone, we're at a new week and we're going to be doing the element of earth, which is guided meditations and channeled messages. So in this particular instance we're going to be doing the Metatron's meditations. These are certain meditations that were taught to me many years ago through just receiving insight. And in this particular one, we're actually going to be playing with the element of fire. I know we're in the element of earth, but we're utilizing the element of earth to categorize certain videos. And in this instance, the type of meditation we're going to be doing is called Trataka. Another name for it is candle gazing. So when you candle gaze, the benefits of this is it creates a sense of focus, and it's called the Drishti point. Drishti point is a yoga term, and it helps to create a point of focus so that if your mind wanders, you can continue to bring it back to that point. So I'm going to read to you the characteristics of what fire is. It represents enthusiasm, courage, decisiveness, power of creativity. It purifies and transforms. So that's the characteristics of the fire itself. So there's a particular quote that I want to read to you before we go into the guided meditation with the fire itself. Okay? So this quote is, "In everyone's life, at some times, our inner fire goes out. It is then burst into flame by an encounter with another human being. We should all be thankful for those people who rekindle the inner spirit. Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life." And that is a quote from Buddha. So in this instance, what I invite you to do is, if you can find a candle, pause the video and go ahead and find that candle so that we can look into the candle together. This is going to be about a 10-minute meditation. So you can pause the video now and go find yourself a candle. Alright, now that you've found yourself a candle, what we're going to do is find a comfortable place. Preferably this is good to do at nighttime so that all the lights in the room are off and your main point of focus is just the flame itself. And as you do this practice, it's very important that you keep your back straight. Keep the back straight and upright, and if you have the capability of doing so as well, put the candle on an elevated surface so that it's at eye level. Right now it's not at eye level for me, but for you, if you have the capability to do so, please make sure that it's at eye level so it's easier for you to look at. So we're gonna go ahead and begin. What I like to do sometimes is I like to have certain musics playing in the background, usually Celtic or Viking music, or if you just want to go completely silent and not have anything playing, that's up to you. But I'm choosing to put Celtic music on. So find your comfortable position that you're going to be here for the next 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for us. Okay, the timer is set. So maintain your point of focus on the flame, making sure the back is straight. Grounding ourselves into this moment, take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Last deep inhale, hold for 10 seconds. Deep inhale in. Hold that breath. Still maintaining your focus on the flame. Slowly exhaling out the mouth. Breathing normally. As you're in this space, what you may begin to notice is as the body is still, you may have a tendency or wanting of fidgeting, of moving the fingers, moving the hands. You may start to notice subtle itching sensations where you weren't itching before. Do your best to move through these without moving the body. As you move past those subtle sensations, begin to be mindful of how often you blink when you're looking at the flame itself. See if you can begin to minimize the number of blinking that you're doing. And as you're mindful of the blinking, you may begin to notice your attention shifting to your breath or the beating of your heart. This flame is allowing the purification of your thoughts. Any of the thoughts that you have that have been lingering throughout the day, this flame is purifying them one by one, creating a clear space of tranquility. Begin to place your focus on the sphere of the flame, meaning the outer light of the flame itself. It looks like a little orb surrounding the flame. Notice the subtle intricacies of it, familiarizing yourself with it. If your AC is off, your flame will be still. And if the flame is still, notice what shape it takes. For me, anytime the flame is still, I notice it being a triangle, like a pyramid. If your thoughts begin to come through, focus back on the flame or the breath, utilizing your willpower. The less you begin to blink in these moments, the more you'll see within the flame. There may be a time where you see different colors coming from the flame. If you're really in tune with it, you'll see all the colors of the chakra in the flame. The less you blink, you may begin to see a ray of light connecting from the flame going towards your heart. And the more excited you get by witnessing this, the more it retracts. The more surrender you give to the flame itself, the closer it comes to the chest. But this may happen at a later point. The less you blink, maintain your focus. There's no place else to be right now. This time is for you to connect to the element of fire. Slow your breathing down. Doing your best to keep the body still, the back straight. If the mind kicks in and says, oh, I don't know why I'm doing this, this is boring, this is that, this is this, keep pushing through. Those are subtle walls that are being placed to prevent you from accessing more of who you are. It is not you that is bored. It is not the observer that is bored. It is the identity in which you are operating from that is bored. Push through. Notice the different lines coming from the flame, the outer edges. At certain points, you can even begin to maneuver the flame with your thought. Play with that concept. You may not understand it in the first times, but the more you do this practice, the more you'll see that your thoughts can move the flame little by little. The more still your mind is, the more still the flame will be too. Continue slowing the breath down if you haven't already. Maintaining your focus on the flame. Doing your best to keep the body still. Doing your best to minimize the blinking. Feel yourself begin to sink deeper into the relaxation. Everything outside of the flame itself begins to turn darker. As you're here now, still maintaining the focus on the flame with your eyes, place your awareness at the forehead. And in your own creative capacity, visualize an opening where the forehead is. This representing your pineal, your third eye. And seeing opening begin to emerge to absorb the light into the pineal. That's the timer, but still maintain. Visualize that opening, absorbing the light going into the pineal gland. Slowly begin to close the eyes, still keeping the body still. Noticing the colors you see behind the darkness of your eyes, the shapes. You may see faces, you may see animals. But stay with that for a few moments, noticing what you see behind the darkness of your eyes. If you see the light, the flame, see how long you could keep it behind the darkness of your eyes, maybe even traveling through it. See if you can play with the concept of making it brighter, wider, bigger. Grounding ourselves back in, taking another deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Last deep inhale, hold for 10 seconds, deep inhale in. Hold the breath. Slowly exhaling out the mouth. Suck the belly back towards the spine. Begin to breathe normally at your own pace. Slowly opening the eyes, reacclimating yourself into the room. Taking a moment in your own way, I'm going to do so in my way, of honoring and acknowledging the flame, the fire, the element, the being that chose to be here with you in this moment, to share space with you, to transmute, to purify your thoughts, to assist you in the further exploration of who you are. When we begin to treat these elements as living beings, you begin to develop a relationship with them. Each time, it is a particular consciousness that chose to be here at this moment with you. Thank you, fire, for supporting me in my growth and understanding of who I am. I see you and I acknowledge you as a part of myself. And when you're ready, slowly blowing out the candle, thanking it in your own way. Thank you. So this particular meditation is very powerful if you stay with it and you maintain it as a practice for a certain period of time. The best times to do it is right before bed, to clear all your thoughts out, and make sure after you do it, you don't look at your phone. Go right to bed right afterwards. Don't look at any screen, don't look at any TV. Make that as part of the practice and then go straight to sleep. Because what this does is it's similar to sun gazing, where your pineal is actually absorbing the light, and when your pineal gets, it's like a battery, I guess you can say, when it absorbs the light, your intuition increases, your abilities of, I'm going to use this term loosely, but your psychic abilities are increased, and your dream space is much more powerful, and you remember your dreams a lot easier as well. So that is all for today. Thank you for participating and taking the time out of your day to give love to your temple, to your body, and acknowledging the sacred element of fire. Thank you. Namaste.